year from 2018. I think there might be one or two.
Or to make your MVP case.
Or to make your MVP case. I mean, like you said, this is what you build for. This is why you lift all them damn weights. This is what you're playing football for. The most important 2 weeks of your life starts right now.
And I think what makes this the most important 2 weeks is right now, today, right? You want to clinch today and then focus on today, because if you start looking ahead to Seattle, you're going to let this team behind us may sneak and get one.
Hey, how nice is this weather, by the way? Wouldn't it be nice to spend January right here?
Right here, yes.
Are you looking around the world right now? I don't know if it's an Arctic freeze or blast going on, but -9 in Cincinnati. It feels like -4 in Chicago. I don't want to go anywhere, JB. This is beautiful Maurice weather. 72, sunny,
yes.
Not a cloud in the sky. I don't want to be bundled up like the Michelin Man.
All right, we talked about the carrot for the Rams, but there's a stick for Detroit, too. You mentioned it. You alluded it to. They're desperate, and that's dangerous. When a team as good as they are, banged up as they are, feels like they have to win here today, you got to match that intensity.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs, right? And that tells me that we have to be prepared for everything. We have to be prepared for trick plays, onside kicks, fake punts, anything you can do to steal a possession they're going to try to do. And then also we have to match their energy and their intensity. The last couple times we played Detroit, we've been on we've been the nail to their hammer. So we got to make sure that we do it the other way around.
I mean, it is nice to be here for this matchup, too, after the din of Ford Field.
Oh, yeah.
SoFi has been rocking this season. Another chance to build on this growing home field advantage.
And there's a healthy respect for Detroit when you talk to the players, talk to the coaches. They know what's at stake. They know that Jared Goff knows where the end zone is. They can get the ball down the field. But they also said something that was very important. This could be a wild card team, a team that you might see in the wild card. They're all good. So the last thing they all said was, we're going to find out who wants it more today. Ooh. That's how you know they know you respect the other side.
I mean, MJD said it's the playoffs already for Detroit. This feels like a January preview for the Rams in terms of, a home divisional type game, a matchup against Seattle that could very well be a preview of the NFC Championship game. Let's see if you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, in the playoffs, what do you have to do to Marco?
Run the ball, stop the run.
Very
get
simple.
After the passer.
What does Detroit do?
Run the ball, stop the run,
okay.
Get after it. Yes.
All right, well, let's talk quarterback then, and slinging it around the yard like Matthew Stafford has been this season. DeMarco, you played with the Rams' last MVP at quarterback in Kurt Warner. What would it mean for this organization to get a new MVP at quarterback with Matthew Stafford?
Wild. It's the same thing, same production, a guy that can put the ball in the box and throw guys open and just be special. But I didn't know that Kurt could do that.
Right.
I don't think Kurt knew he could do that. We're learning as we go. This is a different animal. This is a finished product that's putting the capper on one hell of a career, and he gets an opportunity to showcase that against a Detroit squad, his old football team. All eyes will be on him today. And the cool thing about it is, I think he's getting ready to start another heater. And not only him, Puka, Devontae, this defense is starting to wake up. This entire football team is starting to wake up. So when you talk about putting the capper on an MVP-type season, it's him playing great with the rest of the football team backing him up. If they can do that against Detroit or against anybody, I'll take the Rams every single Sunday.
Can they pick on a depleted back end in this Detroit defense?
I think that's what you have to do in this situation. If you look at the defensive line for the Detroit Lions, they're big, they're physical, they're going to try to beat you up. That back end is hurt. You have an opportunity to really get out there and get after. You're going to get a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of man coverage. It's time for Devontae Adams to win versus man. It's time for Puka Nacua to continue to do what he's done to Detroit every time they played, make big plays down the field. But you're right. It's time for your MVP to be MVP, right? When you're the MVP, you have to have a story. It has to be a story being told or a moment. All you hear right now is about the trade, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, the touchdowns, the interceptions, all the players that they got from it. Well, all the players are out here playing. So if you're Matthew Stafford, you go out here and you play a great game and you find a way to win, all that goes away.
Let's talk running game. The dynamic duo. It's not just Detroit, it's L.A. And how about the fact that Kyron Williams and Blake Corum are combining for their best football here in December?
Oh, I love it. I love the fact that you have a two-headed monster that can run the football. You're going to need to run the football today. Not as much as we did against Arizona, but you're going to need to settle that defensive line down a little bit to set up the play-action pass. That means I'm going to need creases. We know they like to play man-to-man. As a former running back, I love when teams play man because once I beat my guy, it should be off to the races. So you want to find that crease, get through the line of scrimmage. If they can get some explosive runs in this game early, expect the ball to go over the top late.
Also thinking back to that Week 1 game last year, that's when Puka got hurt. Looking forward to seeing him healthy and playing his best football, coming off his first 2 touchdown performance against the secondary.
You know, I wonder how. This is so funny. I mean, you're going to see a lot of Puka Nacua guaranteed today. I just wonder how. By land, by sea?
Yes.
Running the yes, absolutely. In the middle of the field, down the sideline. Look, I think his game has improved as much as Blake Corum has from one year to the next. And Puka was dynamic last year. He's added an above the rim element to his game. So, okay, you want to call him the best receiver in the game. He's got the ingredients, but he's got an MVP quarterback also thrown to him.
Watch for Tutu Atwell today. Just saying.
I'm with you.
You need man beaters? You want to pick
the field shots.
you want to pick on an opposing safety group?
Yes.
I'm using my Ferrari today.
I want to see Tutu go in motion, run 15 to 20 yards down the field and stop, and come back to the ball and have 5 yards of separation at least 3 times today. So that's what he's set up for.
And can we get 100% Devontae Adams production? No more wasted plays. You know, how many times have we said
catch every ball,
hit every target, use 100% of Devontae Adams? If you added just that, the missed plays to Devontae, where's this offense right now? Where's this football team right now?
Good point.
100% of Devontae is a must today.
It's amazing how much these teams actually look like each other, especially on offense. It goes down to the point where they have head coaches who are calling their plays again. Since Dan Campbell took over, this has been the best offense in the league in Detroit, and it starts with their 2-headed rushing attack.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, defense.
That's the side that we're all fearful of.
It's one of the things, Jahmyr Gibbs, his ability, watching him in college and watching his game transform to what it's like in the NFL is amazing. He can play wide receiver. He can run the ball inside. He can run the ball outside. But it's his first step explosion. When he puts that foot in the ground, he accelerates and he gets away from the defender. You have to be able to tackle him when you're one-on-one in space. You got to get him down. And then here comes David Montgomery, who's like, hey, since Dan Campbell's taken over, you forgot about me. I need some love too. And he's running just as hard, breaking tackles left and right, breaking off 30, 40-yard runs as well. So it's a what we used to call back in the day a 2 chin strap game.
Yeah.
That first one's going to get knocked off sometime in the game. You got to have the second one in your back pocket to put it back on and get ready to play.
Who's the key?
I'm sure there's a way for a human to fight a bear and survive. Easier said than done to get these guys on the ground. But when you look at how the Rams defense will be constructed today, I would bet that their game plan is going to be stop the run and make Jared beat you with his arm. Yeah. I mean, that's just a guess. But, I mean, that's first and foremost what you have to do against Detroit. You have to focus all your energy on those 2 running backs because they will flat kill you. Number 2, if you stop the run and force it into Jared's shoulder and then you get after him, Jared hates a muddled pocket. Jared can't get away. That is Jared Goff, how to beat him one-on-one. Stop the run, earn the right to rush the passer, and then get as many knockdowns as possible. That's got to be your game plan.
And I'll say this. And I'm going to give our fans a little insight into, like, inside the locker room or inside the team facility. When you go in that first team meeting, Coach McVay is going to say, hey, these are the guys we got to stop. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and Jameson Williams is on that list. I can guarantee you that right now. Those are the first 3 names he said.
So what's interesting to me is that Ahkello Witherspoon's a scratch today, right? So he's inactive. And when you're talking about loading up against the run, and given the fact that he's been dealing with a shoulder injury coming off of that, I wonder if that's a sign of what is to come, that we're saying, hey, even at the corner position, we need hitters. We need hitters out there today.
You got to stack it up, and you need good tacklers because the ball's going to get out, but we're going to focus all our energy. This is back when Maurice was still playing. If you played the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're worried about these 2 first. If we don't stop them, the rest of the game plan is out the window. If you don't stop Gibbs and Montgomery, forget what you do in the secondary. So focus all energy there. Do the best you can in the back end. If you're stopping the run, things will change.
Yeah.
You can get after the passer. Like I said, you'll change their offense, and you'll be invited into what the Rams do best, which is knocking quarterbacks down. But first and foremost, stop the run.
It wasn't that long ago, by the way. There's a 44-year-old playing today in the National Football League. MJD's younger than that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like seriously concerned for Phillip Rivers. I'm not going to lie. Like going in Seattle, I'm just concerned. We'll talk about that later on another time.
How about keys to our game? What do you got as a key to this game, Detroit and LA?
We talked about him. I think it's Puka getting loose today. I mean, 100% of Devontae Adams is a must. He picks up first downs. He scores touchdowns. He makes you pay for too much attention elsewhere. He's your X factor. But I think Puka is going to have to control this football game offensively. I think that's what this comes down to. How many times can Matthew Stafford drive this football team down the field, and how much of Puka do you need for that to happen?
It's funny, you took the offense. I'm going to take the defense. Allow no yak. Yards after contact and yards after catch. You have to tackle the Detroit Lions immediately, and it has to be all 11 to the ball. Like, when I say that, if they catch a 10-yard dig, it has to be a 2-yard gain or less. Because if you miss a tackle, these guys can go to the house. So, no yak, no yards after contact.
We've been talking a lot about.
Yeah, no ego. If you're tired, tap. Yes.
We've been talking a lot about 13 personnel this season. Is this the game where we see more 11? We go back to 3 receiver sets, or do you think Sean McVay leans into this identity against Detroit?
I think 13 personnel, they could be ready for it because of that guy Anzalone.
They want linebackers on the field.
And how smart he is. I think their best group, one of their best groups, is their linebackers. Their smartest groups, high football IQ. So this could be 11 personnel. Let's run today. Let's see who's got the best athletes. Like you said, let's see if you can catch these Ferraris versus let's fight it out in a phone booth.
I will tell you, as much as we know Sean, they've had so much success in 13. I think that your tight ends are more athletic than their linebackers, and that may be something that you could take advantage of in the passing game. So we may see some 13. I wouldn't do it, but I know that we've had so much success. Why would you go away from it?
And either way, you're going to see Parkinson anyway.
Yes.
Who's been great this year.
All right, before we finish, time for the real deal matchup of the game. It's delivered by Little Caesars, the official pizza of the LA Rams. We go inside this matchup and pick one that we're all looking forward to. MJD, you want to lead off?
Alaric Jackson versus Aiden Hutchinson. Both in the run game and the passing game. We talked about it throughout the week. You have to shut him down. You can't allow him to go. You've done an awesome job all year. We never call your name. I don't want to call your name today.
I have him on the other side, going up against Warren McClendon. Remember when Warren made that start in Detroit week 1 last year and all the noise and the silent count? What if they flip the scripts at right tackle this season?
Yeah.
He's in a different place, and this is a different environment.
You got to defend this house. I'm going to go back to the guy we just talked about again, Puka Nacua, who is making a run of his own. I know we talk a lot about Matthew Stafford and the run game, but we cannot just overlook the fact that he's improved his game. His catch radius is up. He's as tough as nails. He's going up to get it. This secondary is depleted. I do not think they should be able to run with or cover the Rams receivers. So can you keep Matthew Stafford upright and clean? But I know for a fact these guys cannot cover the receivers we have, especially Puka Nacua.
Last one for me, and I'm going to let it go. If you watch the Green Bay Packers game on Thanksgiving, they destroyed the center. Poona Ford, you're calling. Your time is now. You've done an awesome job. This is what you were brought here for. Win the A-gaps.
DeMarco dropped Puka's name, and for any fans that want to feast with Puka's favorites on game day, Little Caesars has you covered with the Puka Nacua meal deal. Scan the QR code on the screen and enter the code Puka Pizza at checkout. And for only $18.99, Puka's meal deal includes any large classic pizza, 2 crazy bread, 2 crazy sauce, and 1 2-liter of Pepsi. Now I'm hungry.
You see, he handed it to
for
me,
a slice
not Maurice.
and for a win.
There we go. Absolutely. I need the whole
Let me see
pizza.
what you got.
There you go.
Oh, my
yes,
gosh.
sir.
That's a wrap on the Rams pregame show, delivered by Little Caesars. Our kickoff, 1:25 p.m. on Fox. You can catch the 3 of us on the radio call, ESPN LA 710. For DeMarco Farr, for Maurice Jones-Drew, I'm J.B. Long. Rams and Lions coming up from SoFi in Week 15. Enjoy the game and your pizza.